The wildly popular world of precision rimfire competition has knocked the proverbial dust off the old 22LR. Gun companies, ammo manufacturers, scope makers, and chassis builders have made huge strides in quality and accuracy in just the last few years. Today's 22 rifles, and the new accessories that go with them, have never been better. Listed in this video are the best 22 rifles for every price range, all of which would make a first-rate squirrel rifle or handily win your local 22LR competition. Number 8. Savage Mark II FV, $300. The inexpensive but accurate Savage Mark II is a classic shooter that's perfect for new plinkers or anybody on a budget. There are no less than 67 Savage 22 rifles, but the Mark II is the simplest and most humble in the matte black synthetic stock with a single-stack straight-feed magazine. There are heavy fluted-barreled models in futuristic laminate stocks, like the BSEV, but we're partial to this understated heavy-barreled shooter. The button-rifled 21-inch carbon steel barrel on the FV drives nails. It's one of the most accurate 22LR rifles in its price range. You can get the AccuTrigger down to just over 2 pounds, which for a gun that sometimes sells for under $200 is really something special. When my boy is old enough to chase bushy tails with me, this will be his rifle. Hell, he'll probably shoot NRL-22 with it too. In terms of raw accuracy, this little 22 rifle can keep up with guns 10 times the price. Number 7. Tikka T1Xmtr, $500. This full-size 22LR trainer from Tikka set the internet on fire 3 times. First, excitement. It has the same footprint as the T3 centerfire, so all the available T3 stocks and chassis would fit. Second, with anger, as its import to the US was delayed and demanded was grossly underestimated. So many distributors were caught holding customer pre-order dollars for months on end. Then third, excitement again, as reports of the T1X's outstanding accuracy trickled out, and all at a price under $500. It's a hell of a value. The stainless steel bolt with rear locking lugs runs a short at 1.5 inches and is liquid slick right out of the box. The 10-round magazines have a goofy shark fin-like hump that we wish was flush, but it cycles great, and haven't heard of a single hang-up. Like the CZ and the Lithgow, the medium contour heavy barrel makes this rifle accurate, but also gives it great balance in the hand. The synthetic stock is made of 35% fiberglass, so it's rigid, the most rigid plastic stock most have put in their hands ever, and incredibly light. For competitions like the NRL-22 national match, shooters will likely set the action in the excellent KRG Bravo chassis, which is so good it's often out of stock. Bottom line, if you want an accurate 22 match rifle or a new squirrel gun and don't want to blow a whole paycheck, the Tikka T1Xmtr is the rifle for you. Number 6. Ruger Precision Rimfire, $527. If you're looking for a tactical 22 rifle that doesn't break the bank, it's hard to pass up the Ruger Precision 22 Rimfire. Several made the NRL-22 national match, and it makes a great centerfire trainer with an adjustable bolt throw from the 1.5 inches of 22LR to a longer 3 inches to simulate running a big gun like the centerfire Ruger Precision rifle. It has a 20 MOA scope rail in the box and, big plus, takes Ruger 10-22 magazines. The 15-inch handguard is M-LOK compatible and the trigger is decent. The barrel fits the receiver much like an AR-15, so it can be changed out with a wrench, and some of the best custom barrel makers out there are selling drop-ins. So if you don't like how it shoots, it can be improved. Number 5. Lithgow LA101, $1,000. If we have a soft spot for any 22 rifle on the list, this is it. The Australian-made Lithgow LA101, imported to the US by Legacy Sports, might be the most accurate 22LR available at a street price under $1,000. It can shoot groups in the 200s and 300s at 50 yards with Wolf Match Extra, and people have had great luck with ammo from CCI and Federal. This full-sized rifle is built around a solid 3-lug rear-locking bolt with a 60-degree throw. It's available in right or left-handed models with a hammer-forged, free-floated, medium contour varmint barrel. The synthetic stock isn't cheap Tupperware material either. The trigger is nothing to call home about, but for $15, you can get a spring set from Lumley Arms, which brings it down to a pleasing 1.5 pounds. Number 4. CZ457 Varmint Precision Trainer, $1,235. Introduced in 2010, the CZ455 has been one of the most loved and most maligned rimfire rifles of the last decade. This year, CZ updated the design and kept all the good stuff while ditching most of the bad. The crappy trigger is gone, The new bang switch is adjustable for weight, creep, and over travel. You can mostly get yours safely down to a scant 6 ounces, and it breaks wonderfully clean and crisp. There's a loaded chamber indicator and a push-to-fire safety in the proper American style, that is, forward to fire. The 90-degree bolt throw is now a faster and more scope-friendly 60 degrees. The action itself has been cut back a full inch and slab-sided to cut down the profile and weight. It retains the same excellent magazine and swappable barrel system. For a couple $100, you can drop a new barrel into any of the 455 or 457 actioned guns. No gunsmith required, and many of the best barrel makers in the country are making tubes for it. Number 3. Kid 22LR Super Grade, $1,780. What's more American than baseball, apple pie, and the Ruger 1022? Since 1964, more than 5 million have been made and sold. If there's a 22 hidden away in your great-uncle's spare bedroom, odds are it's a 1022. Much like another American rifle, the AR-15, the modular, user-serviceable design of the 1022 is part of what's made them so popular. Just like the AR, this 22 rifle has spawned a side industry of custom parts and builders, the very best of which is probably Tony Kidd of Kidd Innovative Designs. The Super Grade is the peak of his many years of experience with the platform. It has an extra-long barrel tenon to avoid the dreaded barrel droop that can happen when V-blocked rifles like the 1022 are free-floated. The barrel can also be removed from the rifle without taking the action out of the bedded Magpul X22 stock. These rifles are what 1022s look like when no shortcuts are taken. Number 2. Onshoots 1761 Sporting Rifle, $1,495. Talk up precision rimfire shooting anywhere outside the US, and Onshoots will be the first company mentioned. And even stateside, they're still the most popular rifle in the world of NRA small bore events, like positional shooting and silhouette. Onshoots rifles just about own the Olympics too. At the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang, every shooter from every country shot one. But Onshoots has yet to make any real inroads to American-style tactical precision shooting. Justin Carbone took 8th place at the 2019 national match with an Onshoots 1416 in a biathlon trainer stock, but he was just one of 3 to shoulder an Annie. That could very well soon change. In 2019, Onshoots North America announced their first new action in some time, the 1761. What started as a rework for the 54 Sporting became a total redesign. The locking lugs were moved from the rear of the bolt to the middle, giving it a 60-degree bolt throw and making space for a short single-spring striker system. Ejection was also improved and, a first for Onshoots, a swappable barrel system was put in place, with 2 locking V-blocks, which they say put even pressure on the tenon without marring, as can happen with single V-blocks or grub screws. The receiver is shorter than the 54 and has an 11mm dovetail and 3mm cross slot for an aftermarket pick rail. As with everything Onshoots, you can bet it throws mosquito-sized groups. Number 1. Voodoo Gunworks Apparition MPA, $3,150. This 3-year-old company out of St. George, Utah has changed what many shooters thought possible for the 22LR. The Apparition is Voodoo's top-tier 22 rifle, available in 6 chassis and 4 barrel configurations, though the most popular sits in a Masterpiece Arms BA chassis with Voodoo's in-house 6-groove, single-point cut, hand-lapped ace barrel. The heart of the rifle is the V22 action, designed by engineer and gun industry veteran Mike Bush. It's inspired by the classic Remington 40X, but rather than downscaling a center-fire platform, the V22 is a true-to-scale rimfire, with every design decision geared toward creating the most accurate 22 LR rifle possible. It also has a Remington 700 footprint, so the vast universe of Rem 700 accessories fit, which is part of the reason so many stock and chassis options are available. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you another time.